Commercial tanker refuels U.S. Air Force fighters for Singapore exercise. The commercial refueling of F-16 Fighting Falcons from Osan Air Base in South Korea took place as part of Commando Sling 23 joint exercise conducted in Singapore. Bilateral training event with the Republic of Singapore Air Force is sponsored by Pacific Air Forces and is intended to improve how the island nation operates with the United States. Lieutenant Colonel Curtis Holtman, the Air Mobility Operations Chief for Pacific Air Forces, said this refueling served as a proof of concept to show a commercial tanker can gas up the Air Force's fighters during exercises and training while keeping its own tankers available for real-world operations. We can use commercial air refueling to cover the point A to point B movements for exercise participation across unit readiness training. Wow, that was a mouthful. Then it frees up our warfighter tanker fleet to be ready to respond for emerging contingency requirements, Holtman said. This is another mechanism we can leverage to increase our warfighter readiness.
Thank you, Douglas. Here's the question I have, Gonky.
It was only a matter of time.
It was only a matter of time. Have they not been doing this in the Navy for like 15 years or more? Because I remember Omega tankers.
I was going to say, I'm like, we've been doing this for almost 20 years.
I don't know how this became news.
It's the Air Force, man. Like, oh, we don't need anyone else's tankers. We've got.
I do like that it's a KC-10 though, because everything else. Yeah. Wags, are we ever going to be able to fly a tanker?
Fly a tanker?
Do
you really want to?
No. Okay. The kids at home probably do, and I'm asking for them.
Probably a few do.
Probably enough.
I'll never say never, but it'd be very.
Where does it rank in the E2 matrix of aircraft?
Right there at the bottom.
Well, just
easy. Above. Yeah. Wait, the E2 is just above? That hurts a little.
Sorry.
Remember, you haven't gotten your ticket emailed to you yet. So let's just.
I love the E2. E2 all the way.
Well, what kind of ticket's it going to be? Is it going to be premium economy, first class, back in the back? What are we, middle seat?
You're kind of putting him on the spot, Mover.
Details matter.
No idea.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think Wags really cares one way or another for the whole thing, to be honest. He will be taken care of, I promise.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I'm still happy about that.
You
made my day. You made my day. So, long story short on this KC-10 thing.
I mean,
it's a short story short. We've been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Like, this is Omega's business model that the Air Force just figured out. Congrats.
Yeah. And Omega, I mean, the Omega tankers are like, they're fantastic.
Like yeah.
I mean, it's
awesome.
It's a
for-profit gas.
Yeah. It's like a for-profit company. And they're like, man, we want to do a really good job for these guys. So they call us again. I mean, I mean, when I was a Skedzo in the Diamonds, I literally had their phone number and we needed to go to Key West. And I just called them, say, hey, we need gas for whatever, 8 Hornets. And the Omega met us. Yeah, we took off. They met us and they drug us all the way to, I don't know, somewhere over Mississippi, topped us all off. And I mean, it's fantastic, man.
It reminds me.
And I bet they never once turned the autopilot off for training while you were in the basket.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this is the same thing as like the Air Force with civilian Red Air, right? The Navy was doing it way sooner than the Air Force was. And then when the Air Force did it, they're like, okay, yeah, sounds great. It's like, well, we could have been doing this the whole time.